Right, let's try again. Action Movies Collection. Crusher Movies Collection now in Chuck Norris. Did start off earlier with the Walker in the default video, which I had to stop because somebody was calling me, but here we go. Now we're going to start from the beginning. It's Slaughter in San Francisco. Something like that. This movie's got so many different titles. It's one of his first ever films. Before the canon era, even. It was before Chuck Norris was a name. And yes, he did do the Bruce Lee movie. Let's get out the way first. It was Way of the Dragon, it may have been. The Bruce Lee movie that Chuck Norris did with the famous fight with Bruce Lee. I did used to own that film in the Bruce Lee Blu-ray collection, but I sold them over time as I'm not a huge fan of Bruce Lee, believe it or not. Yes, believe it or not, I'm not really much of a fan of Bruce Lee. But I will have to try and get that collection again, because I do regret getting rid of that one movie which Chuck Norris was in. I forgot about that, actually, till now. So I looked on the movie internet database when I looked for this video, and I'm missing out on that one. So, anybody got it for cheap? Let me know. And now we have this one, Breaker. This movie's still sealed. I can't even remember half of these films because I watched them all back when I had a VHS collection of Chuck Norris, which we'll mention a bit later, as we have missing one movie here. Now we have Good Guys Wear Black. Chuck Norris, another early movie, Good Guys Wear Black by Missing in Action DVD. You don't see these DVDs very often no more. A UK release, budget version though. And now we have Chuck Norris, A Force of One. This is a brand new, still sealed Blu-ray. Nice upgrade from my original VHS and DVD releases that I had of this film. Now we have the Octagon. The Chuck Norris rare movie, Ultimate Collector's Edition, this one. Much like the last one was, A Force of One. So these two are literally collector's editions. It's Force of One and the Octagon. There's the back cover there. We've got a pile of special features, making of, trailer, TV spot, director's commentary, how America changed the world, how Hollywood changed forever, and similar documentaries on this one, I believe. Yes, very similar on this one, making of and other stuff. Really cool. I'm going to have to watch those two at some point. Now, moving back to the DVDs. I've an eye for an eye. And the Chuck Norris is another early movies. And he's mostly just kicks and punches and kicks and that. All that in those movies. The early roles. Canon era, I really got into Chuck Norris. And this movie, I think they scared the living daylights out of me back in the day, this one. It's Silent Rage. Out of the box role for Chuck Norris, this one was. It's more of a horror/horror thriller, but featuring Chuck Norris. Oh man. Will I ever watch this again? Will I be brave enough to watch this movie again? I don't know. That's Silent Rage. Now we mentioned them earlier on then again. We'll mention these ones now before we go any further. It's Alan Norris in Overkill. Yes, Alan Norris. Chuck's mostly this guy, Alan Norris, directing most of Chuck Norris's movies later in his career after the canon era. And then we have his son, over the Delta Force series, which we mentioned later. Delta Force 3, The Killing Game. This is only released on VHS. You cannot get this movie on DVD or Blu-ray. I'd love to see an upgraded version of this film, though. It's just how bad it is. There we go. Now, moving back to the more famous films here now, we're going to get in the canon era. Good old canon era. Starting with this one. It's the triple pack of Chuck Norris. Hellbound, The Hitman, and Forced Vengeance. Triple DVD box set. But as usual with American discs, we have, that's a bad release, Forced Vengeance, but the other films are on a double-sided nasty DVD. Oh, I hate those double-sided nasties. Oh, man. Really bad they are. But that's one of the only ways you can get those films decent. Now you're moving into more of the canon. It's better canon times now. It's Lone Wolf McQueen. Chuck Norris faces off against David Carradine of Kung Fu. Yes, Chuck Norris. This is David Carradine in one of Chuck Norris's favourite films. One of my favourite films of Chuck Norris. Lone Wolf McQueen is probably one of my top 10, if not even top 5 Chuck Norris movies. Definitely in my top 5 Chuck films. This one also in the top 5 is Missing in Action. Chuck Norris, Missing in Action. Another canon movie, released on my 101. I had this in the 101 Blu-ray sale. I got it for a pretty good price too. It's still sealed, yet to be watched. And now, speaking of Missing in Action DVD box set. But this is also nasty US releases of them. Oh man. We had Missing in Action 1, 2, and 3 on one disc. Yes, I said spoiler there, on one disc. Look. One disc. Triple feature. One disc. Oh my god. Somebody release a version of this film. Like, come on. Let's get a decent release of Missing in Action series, shall we? Because, oh my god, I just don't want to watch this disc. It's probably going to be nasty. Anyway, now we got Code of Silence. Oh, it's Code of Silence. And the movie by Canon. Released then later on DVD by MGM. The one with the Rory Lion. Yes, Rory Lion. Oh no, here he comes. Rawr. Yes, Rory got his name off that one, MGM. It's not that. The MGM is Canon, so go away. What? Go. Oh. Yeah. There goes Rory, very sad. There we go. Invasion USA by 88 Films, early release of Invasion USA. We mentioned this one in the 88 movie update. A few videos back, that was. There we go, Invasion USA. This one has a few special features. Audio commentary. Captain and Invasion, which is an interview. We have another interview. Trailers and reverse sleeve. So this one's got a reverse sleeve. Which I'm not trying to show it here because it's going to be hard work with one hand. But Invasion USA. Get this one, folks. If you've not seen Invasion USA, it's my top number 1 favourite Chuck Norris movie. It's a great film. Just as great as one of my other top 5s. The Delta Force. The original Delta Force movie. Not that third movie. Oh no. I'm not going to mention that one much. But the Delta Force by Arrow Video. It's jam-packed with all special features. And yes, this is still sealed. I've yet to watch that one again since upgrading. Now we have Firewalker. Back to the DVDs now. Wilson Gossett Jr. I butchered his name. The guy of Iron Eagles, Gossett Jr. Lewis Gossett Jr. Lou Gossett Jr. That's it. I got his name right this time. What's it? Chuck Norris in Cannon's Chance of the Indiana Jones type knockoff. It's Firewalker. So bad you may like it. Firewalker. Chuck Norris. And Lou Gossett Jr. Now we got break from their Cannon. He doesn't jump into cartoons, as most of the action stars did back in the day. Sylvester Stallone did it, Mr. T did it, Hulk Hogan did it, and many others. It's Chuck Norris's hand this time in the Karate Commandos. Short-lived TV cartoon series which only lasted for a few episodes. Not much to say about this one. But here we go. Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos. Let's sort something out in a second. We get this next lot of Chuck movies. finishing off the tail end of the Canon era now. It's Hero and the Terror. Remember this movie being quite out of the box role too. Much like a Silent Rage from earlier. More of an action thriller by Canon Films, this one though. Can't quite remember if they're terrified of this one or the other one. More likely both. I am a pussy when it comes to horrors and stuff. But now we got Delta Force 2, my interaction with Canon here. Delta Force 2 DVD, which I no longer need this DVD. So if somebody looking for the Delta Force 2 on DVD, let me know. I honey just upgraded to Delta Force 2 Blu-ray from 101 in the sale. Same time as I picked up Missing in Action. So here we go, Delta Force 2. And the DVD will be for sale very soon. Anyway, enough on that. Now we have a little break from action movies. Now, let's just mention this one before. I do have somewhere, I can't find it to the death of me, Sidekicks. Chuck Norris played opposite the guy from, I believe it was Free Willy or Never Ending Story type family movies. He's a family type actor. Died now, unfortunately, the poor bloke and the young lad he was in the movie. Sidekicks. I did have it once on VHS, but I can't find it to the death of me. I know I still got it here somewhere, but I cannot find it. But I do have Top Dog. Nice. I'm actually going to place an order for Sidekicks to get upgraded to DVD because I can't find that VHS. There we go. Top Dog. Nice. Out of the box roll there. Now we got Delta. Well, I just mentioned. What am I doing here? Getting sidetracked now. We have Forest Warrior, an out of the box family movie for Chuck Norris. It's Forest Warrior. He's a spin-off of Jungle Warrior. That's when I remember first seeing this film. I thought, what on earth was Chuck doing in this time? But here we go. Chuck must have love for kids and dogs. Sidekicks, Forest Warrior, and Top Dog. Watch them if we can pick them up cheap. Back to action now for Chuck. The tail end of his career now for Chuck Norris. After the cannons all ended and everything. In the late 90s, he did Logan's War, Bound by Honor. I know what you're saying. Hey, wait a minute, he's not jumped that far ahead yet. We got Walker, Texas Ranger. We'll talk about that at the end. Logan's War, Bound by Honor. Now we have The President's Man. Remember picking these up in a shop down in Newport. At one point, they were selling a pile of Chuck Norris movies on DVD. I thought, oh, I had to have them. I went in every single week after and to pick up some more, and I found more every time I went there. The President's Man, Chuck Norris. Not many people know about these few films, but now you do. Chuck Norris, The President's Man 2, A Line in the Sand. Had to get the US release of this one because I couldn't find the UK version in my local cheapie shop at the time. But here we go. Chuck Norris, more or less, in these later roles, are more or less the co-star, more than anything. But he's not as bad as Steven Seagal. Here we go. And we got Bells of the Innocent. I yet to watch this movie, as it don't really look like much of a Chuck Norris movie. But it also has the return of Mike Norris, his son, opposite his son in this one. I have to watch it just for that sake. But Mike Norris returns from Delta Force 3. Oh my god, it's going to be fun. I'll have to torture myself for that one at some point. Now, the last movie he actually ever did. Before we came on to do, yes, we know we're going to get to that later. We got The Cutter. This is the rental copy. I'm going to try and upgrade this one at some point. Chuck Norris opposite Daniel Bernhardt in this one. So you want to see some Daniel Bernhardt collection, let me know. It's another rated action movie star. Don't get enough credit. But Chuck Norris, we're on about here. It's The Cutter, Chuck Norris, Daniel Bernhardt, and another gorgeous looking actress which looks familiar, New Adventures of Superman fame. And yes, we might as well mention it here. He did turn up after years and years of being away. His big comeback role, this could have been The Expendables 2, the best action movie of the year. At one point, we have a whole host of actors with Sylvester Stallone, Jason Statham, Dolph Lundgren, Van Damme as the villain, Bruce Willis, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Scott Adkins. Yes, I did mention him. Scott Adkins does turn up in this movie as a co-villain alongside Van Damme. But Chuck Norris steals the show in this movie, you ask me. Chuck Norris came in there and stole the show. He's nearly 70-odd years old at the time. And he just came in there blowing them all away. I'd love to see Chuck Norris return to the Expendables 4. Bring back Chuck. And that was gonna... Well, I almost forgot. We have Walker, Texas Ranger to talk about. The complete first series of Walker, Texas Ranger. The series he did about 1993, the more or less the tail end of his career. He did a few movies here and there. TV movies, no doubt there was. We just mentioned. Walker, Texas Ranger is what everybody came here for. No doubt. Yeah, I got 4 seasons of Walker. There's season 2. And 3. I'm just going to briefly show them here. And let me mention them more in a most updated video. And there's season 4. The only 4 seasons I got of Walker. I'm not sure how many more I got to get. It's either 4 or 5. And I'm looking to get them at some point if I can pick them up at a cheap price. As a little quick plug before we end. Delta Force 2 DVD going for sale soon. So if somebody wants it, a hardcore fan, I might even donate it to them. So if somebody wants this, I might donate it to a hardcore Chuck fan. It has to be UK region though. It's Delta Force 2 UK DVD. Here we go. And that'll do it for this movie update. Thanks for watching. Chuck Norris movie update.